Maybe today felt heavier than you thought it would. You haven't done anything wrong. Maybe nothing terrible even happened. You aren't ungrateful. It might just be one of those days when pregnancy feels like a lot to carry quietly. Your body feels different. Your thoughts won't stop moving. And underneath it all, you're just trying to stay calm and still feel like yourself. Take one slow breath here, not to fix the day, just to give yourself a little room. Some days, pregnancy feels soft and beautiful. Other days, it feels crowded. There are appointments to remember, messages to answer, things people keep telling you to buy, and advice you didn't ask for. Even when everything is technically okay, your mind can still feel loud. You might look at your body and feel proud for a second, then strange, then emotional, then guilty for feeling strange. Maybe you miss the version of yourself who could move without thinking, sleep without planning, and get dressed without feeling surprised by her own reflection. That doesn't make you selfish. It makes you honest. You can be grateful and overwhelmed at the same time. One feeling doesn't cancel the other. One of the loneliest parts of pregnancy is how quickly people start seeing the baby before they see you. They ask about the due date, the names, the nursery, the gender, the appointments. And of course, those things matter. But sometimes you want someone to look at you and ask something quieter. How are you really? Are you scared? Do you feel like yourself lately? Because there are parts of pregnancy that don't show up in the pictures. They happen in the private moments, when you're alone with your body, when the room gets quiet, when you realize your whole life is changing, and somehow everyone still expects you to glow through it. And maybe that is why today feels so heavy. Not because you're unhappy, not because you're not thankful, but because so much is changing at once, and you're still trying to understand what all of it means for you. So let me ask you something you don't have to answer out loud. Just sit with it for a second. What feels heavier than you expected today? It could be your body, or a comment someone made. It might be an appointment you keep thinking about, or the tiredness that doesn't have a clean explanation. Maybe you don't even know yet. Maybe all you have is, I feel tired. I feel scared. I don't feel like myself today. That's enough. You don't have to make your feelings sound pretty before they're allowed to be real. Pregnancy comes with this strange expectation that you should always be happy, peaceful, grateful, glowing. And when you don't feel that way, even for one day, it can feel like you're doing something wrong. But you're not a pregnancy announcement. You're not a perfect photo. You're not a calm little caption under a beautiful picture. You're a person, a whole person. You're growing a baby, yes, but you're also moving through a change that touches almost everything. Your body, your routines, your sleep, and sometimes your entire sense of who you are. Some days that change feels tender. Some days it feels exciting. And some days, honestly, it feels like too much. You're allowed to have those days. You don't have to explain them to everyone. You don't have to make them look gentle from the outside. Some feelings are messy before they become clear, and you're still allowed to be cared for in the middle of them. When it feels right, you can pause here and write one sentence. Nothing deep, nothing polished, just honest. You could start with, today feels heavy because, or I wish someone understood that, or The feeling I keep hiding is, and you don't have to write at all. Listening counts too. There's no right way to be here. Maybe all you can do right now is notice one true thing. One small thing. I am tired. I am changing. I need softness today. That is still journaling, even if nothing else comes. Feeling overwhelmed doesn't mean you love your baby any less. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're already failing. It means you're human and something big is happening in your life. People talk a lot about the baby growing. They don't always talk about the mother growing too. The quiet stretching that no one sees. There is a version of you being born here too, slowly, quietly, in ways no one may clap for, in ways no one may notice, but they matter. You matter in this process too. The way your identity starts shifting before you even know what to call it. The way you can feel excited for the future and still feel scared of losing parts of the life you knew. That mix of feelings can be confusing, but it isn't wrong. You don't have to choose between love and fear. You don't have to choose between gratitude and exhaustion. You don't have to pretend the hard parts aren't hard. There might be questions you haven't said out loud. Will my body ever feel like mine again? Will my relationship change? Will I actually be a good mother? Those questions can feel heavy because they matter. They come from love. They come from standing between who you were and who you're becoming. And you don't need to answer all of them today. Really, today can just be today. A day when you noticed the weight. A day when you didn't run from it. A day when you gave yourself a few quiet minutes instead of pretending everything was fine. That counts. For now, come back to this moment. The rain, the notebook, the quiet, the small breath you're taking right now. You don't have to solve the whole future in one afternoon. You don't have to feel peaceful just because someone says this should be a beautiful time. You're allowed to be in the middle of it, not finished, a little uncertain, and far from perfectly calm. Just here, becoming, slowly. Some days, that's enough. And before you leave this quiet moment, let yourself take one more breath. Not the kind of breath that fixes everything, just the kind that reminds you, you are still here, you are still becoming, and you are not doing this wrong. Here are 3 questions you can take with you. Write one down or simply remember the one that stays with you. 1. If I didn't have to pretend I was glowing today, what would I actually say? 2. What do I wish someone understood about me right now? 3. What is one tiny quiet thing that brought me comfort today? Take your time. One sentence is enough. A few words are enough. Even silence is allowed here. You don't have to love every moment of pregnancy to completely love your baby. You don't have to feel ready every single day. Becoming a mother takes time, and you don't have to carry every feeling alone. Only if it feels right. Leave one word in the comments for how today feels. Tired, hopeful, heavy, soft, scared, grateful. Whatever word is true, this is Quiet Pregnancy Journal, a quiet emotional companion for pregnancy. You're not alone in how you feel.